Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ailey if you're new. Today's video we're going to be talking about perfumes, and I have no idea how I'm going to do this because obviously perfumes are something that we don't have smell-o-vision, so yeah, obviously I can't help you smell them, but if I like a perfume, I like a category of perfumes. I would imagine that most people are the same. So a lot of the perfumes I like have very, very similar notes and very similar scents to them. So I figure if you maybe have one of these or you like some of these scents, then some of these other ones might be worth a look for you. So there's a different sort of range of prices here. I'll put them all on the screen for you so you know where to get them and how much they are. And I have like all of the notes of them so that I can describe what they smell like to me, but I can tell you the notes. So if you know anything about perfumes, be able to kind of get an idea of what they smell like, if that makes any sense. So I have 5 here, so these are my top 5 perfumes, and 1 extra that I've not been able to find again since I bought it, so that's just 1 wee extra. So yeah, if you want to see some perfumes that I think that you're worth checking out, then just keep watching. Okay, so I'm going to start with an oldie but goodie. This is one of the first perfumes that I ever wore and ever bought because I used to pinch it off my mum. This is Emporio Armani. Emporio Armani, and I think it's just called She, so it's Armani She Eau de Parfum for her sort of thing. It's quite cool. It's a cylindrical component with your details and stuff like that on the bottom, and it's got sort of like a silicone covered spray. So the top notes for Emporio Armani She are citruses and pear. Middle notes are heliotrope, cardamom, angelica and jasmine. And the base notes are white musk, almond, vanilla, cedar and amber. It is beautiful. You can sort of smell the different fragrances coming through. There's a lot of fragrances that I've never smelled on their own, and I would imagine a lot of us haven't. But it basically says winter, spring, summer, fall, day, night. This can be sort of worn any time, I would say. It's really, really nice though. So it's one of these ones that in the summertime I would still wear it, but if you were going to go summer winter fragrances, it's a very wintry style for you, like cozy. It smells expensive to me. I really like it. It's one of my absolute favourites. So obviously if you know your notes, you'll probably be able to pull kind of what that smells, but they're all sort of like amber family, I think. So next we have Hugo Boss Deep Red. This I have been wearing since I was a teenager. I flipping love this, and I have to thank my sister for this one because I'm pretty sure that she got it and I used to pinch hers, and I fell in love with it. Again, same sort of like earthy, deep, I suppose that's why it's called Deep Red, but like deep fragrance. Just smells sexy. Top notes in this one are, oh no, it's cementine. Maybe that's supposed to say clementine, I'm not sure. Blood orange and black currant. So they are fruity. Your heart notes are freesia, pittosporum and ginger flower. And your base notes are sandalwood, cedarwood and vanilla. You can see a theme here. And it's almost, these fragrances are all very aftershavey to me. Like if you're gonna think of like a perfume that almost smells like it could be a man's aftershave, but when you smell it, you're like, yeah, that's like a nightclub with a really classy looking woman. She smells like that. I don't even know how to describe it. Maybe not a nightclub, maybe like a posh bar or something like that. But oh, I forgot how much I love that one. That one is like, oh, my favourite. Okay, next. Okay, this one is a new one to me. I say new, it's not that new. It's been a couple of months anyway. But this little bad boy right here is the YSL Libre Eau de Parfum. Quite expensive, obviously, that'll all be on the screen, but your top notes for this are mandarin oil, petite grain oil, lavandine fragrance oil, and blackcurrant accord. These all have very, very, very similar vibes to them. I like to stick to what I know. So this one is probably the lightest of all of them, I think. See, that's it coming in now. I'm not a massive fan of the initial smell of this one. I need to let it sit for a minute. So your heart notes are then lavender oil, jasmine, sambac absolute, jasmine grandiflorum, India absolute, and orange flower absolute. And that, oh, see, that's it, and it's starting to kick in now. This is a little bit lighter, a little bit more fruity, a little bit more florally. I think that's obviously the lavender and the jasmine's really coming through in that. And then your base notes are vanilla extract Madagascar, cedarwood oil, and ambergris accord. Oh, and then obviously when this settles right down to like what it's going to sit and smell like all day, it's just got that really musky, a wee bit florally, but it's still sort of more of an aftershavey type smell. This is an oldie but goodie, and I tell you, somebody gave me a present for Christmas one year, and it was like a whole box of testers of perfumes, and it came with a little, I don't know if people still do this, but so it came with like 5 testers, and then I could take, I think it was to Boots, I could take the voucher to the shop and get a full size of whatever one that I liked the most, and this is where this came from. Not this bottle, but this is where this fragrance came from. So this is a Paco Rabanne Black XS. Very sparing with this one because there's not an awful lot left in it. Oh god, it's so nice. Oh, yum. Same sort of base to it, less floral, really. I don't know, see if I was gonna like, you know how when you see people wine tasting and they like explain the flavours of the wine and they're like, that's how I feel smelling perfumes. So your top notes are cranberry, pink pepper and tamarind. Your middle notes are cacao, rose and black violet, and your base notes are vanilla, patchouli and messoa wood. So you've got that woody, but it's got a little bit, you can sort of smell the black currant in it. It's really, really nice. It's sort of, it smells really earthy, if you like that sort of like kind of almost aftershavey type fragrance. Okay, so the last one of my top 5, and then I want to give you the little extra one, is Miss Dior. I love this stuff. Okay, so this is the Eau de Parfum, and I did find that when we were looking at this in the shop, the Eau de Toilette and the Eau de Parfum smell different. Again, not a massive fan of its initial fragrance, but that goes away really quickly. So, the top notes in this. I got this when I was going on holiday. It was part of my birthday, and totally well worth it. The top notes are iris, peony and lily of the valley. Middle notes are apricot, rose and peach. Base notes are vanilla, musk, tonka bean, benzoin and sandalwood. So it's got that sort of, this actually, I take it back, I would say this is the most floral. So it's between these two. They're quite light, so I would say between them, if you were somebody who liked a more floral summer fragrance, these are definitely the ones to go to. See, that's it, sort of middle base notes now. And that is just beautiful. It's just enough sort of floral, but the musk pulls it back, so you don't smell like old lady floral, if that makes any sense. I love that. A wee bit more on the pricey side again, but again, just such a really nice fragrance. And I'm somebody who likes really musky things, so when I want to wear something like through the day, all day, having a wee bit of something that's got a little bit of floral like that in them, it's a wee bit more forgiving. You don't like smell like you're going on a night out sort of thing. Although I don't really care, I'll wear whatever I want when I want. It's actually for me that I'm wearing it because I want to smell it, so yeah. Anywho, the last one I have for you. This I found on holiday. When I was in Florida, I was looking for a fragrance. I wanted a fragrance that would remind me of my holiday. So I thought I'll wait until I get out there to buy it. And I annoyed the poor woman who sold me this so much because I was literally wanting to smell everything in the place. But this is Absolute Fuchsia Diamond. It is, I've never heard of it before. I just found it on that day in that place. You can see how much is left in it. I am preserving it because, like I say, whenever I smell it, it reminds me of my holiday. Might be nose blind by now. Could really do with some coffee beans. That's a really good tip that somebody gave me when I was smelling perfumes. It might have been that lady. Like, smell some coffee beans and it resets your olfactory nerves or something like that so you can smell again, because otherwise things just all start smelling the same. Right. So the notes for Absolute Fuchsia are citruses and pepper. Middle note is magnolia, and the base notes are amber, sandalwood, musk, and vetiver. Vetiver? Is that a thing? This one's a lot lighter. It's not as musky. And I think that's why I liked it on holiday, because obviously if you're in the heat, you don't want it to be too heavy. Otherwise it can give you a bit of a headache. But you can smell the sandalwood and the amber, and then the citruses really come through. So I don't mind a wee bit of a florally scent, but I'm more citrus and musk. And if the floral has musk in it, it's obviously, it's okay as well. But this one is very different. It is a lot different than the other ones. It's hella not as musky. But if you can find this perfume, smell it. It is, and don't just like put it on one of those things. Actually spray it on yourself and walk around with it. Because when I was in the shop, I liked it, and I was like, do you know what, I'm gonna come back. So what I did was I wore it, and as I was walking around, I think it was the outlets or something like that, I was smelling it, and I was like, oh, I need to go back and get this perfume. I really need to go back and get this perfume. It's absolutely beautiful. And it kept wafting and wafting, and I was falling more and more in love with it the more I smelled it. See? Oh, it just gets nicer and nicer as it wears. Obviously, as it mixes with you as well, it'll smell different. I always say, if you're going to try a perfume, I'm pretty sure that some places when you buy a perfume, you can buy it online and they'll send you a little tester. So you can try out the little tester, and if you don't like it, you can just send the bottle back without opening it. I'm pretty sure, if I can find it, I'll put it in the description box for you. But I'm pretty sure that you can do that, because you can do it with Cult Beauty for beauty products as well, which is really handy. I think it's Cult Beauty anyway. I'll put all that information in the description box anyway. It is just such a cool idea. I get little things like, where are they? I think they're in my drawer. Little testers and stuff like that all the time. And some of them I absolutely adore, and then go and buy the full size, and some of them are just rotten. But other people might like them, so we're all really different in what it is that we like. If you're like me and you like sort of more of a musky fragrance, you will love all of these. The other thing, the one that I don't have, I actually just ran out, is Armani Code for women. The men's one is just as nice. I'm pretty sure I still have some of the men's one there, because I like both of the fragrances. But Armani Code it's in like sort of a tall bottle like that, but it doesn't flare out at the bottom, so it just sort of like goes right up and down, and it's beautiful as well, and it falls into this category of perfume. So yeah, that's another little thrown in for you as well. Obviously, if there is perfumes going on this bunch here that you think that I would like, please let me know, because I am building up a little bit of a collection. Because I mean, I used to only ever keep 1 or 2 bottles, and then when they finished I would buy another one. But I actually really like having a little bit of variation, so that I can pick and choose, you know, with however I feel, and you know what the weather's doing and stuff like that. So yeah, if you can let me know if there's any that you think that I'll really like, then I'll definitely try them. And if there's any that you think that you're going to try, let me know as well. Let me know if you end up liking them. That would be really good. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Obviously, this is pretty much all of the perfumes I own. I own a couple of them. I own another couple of perfumes, but they're very different scents, and essentially they've been bought for me, and I do wear them, but they're very florally, so I wear them in the summertime only. I wouldn't say that they're my favourites, but I'm never one to waste a perfume. So yeah, obviously if you enjoyed this video, I would absolutely love if you would thumbs it up and subscribe to the channel. Let me know what kind of videos you like to watch, would like to see, and hopefully I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!